Alrighty, welcome back to our part two segment here on RadioFreeRadford.com. I'm pulling things back up on my end so we can get things rolling and going again. Just a quick reminder, shows, I will not be here tomorrow because it'll be spring break, so I'll be leaving tomorrow and taking tomorrow off as I was scheduled to do so, Monday. And so anyway, this has been a weird week because of guests and cancellations and everything of that nature. So I wasn't able to quickly come and take the day off. The days I wanted to take off. So I'm back with you today, and tomorrow I will not be back on. But I will be back on March the 18th. That's the day we do come back from spring break, the day after St. Patrick's Day. So we'll talk about St. Patrick's Day when we come back to school, everything of that nature. Tuning in on the website later on this afternoon on Radio Free Radford, we will have our Vice President, Jessie Taylor. She talks baseball. Jessie talks baseball. Check her show out and like her Facebook page as well. She also does a little bit of some makeup product on the side of on her side too. So you can again talk with her. We'll have Lynn Walker from 12:30 to 1:30. So he'll be first in the next I guess about 2 hours from now. And then Jessie, our vice president, will come on. And looks like later on today, it seems to be Thursdays are our quiet days for radio shows. Yeah, it's Benjamin Dubuque and Ray Amano. They're talking about science fiction, and they've got some creative talking, that's for sure. I've spoke with Benjamin before, and boy, he will outsmart you on sci-fi. That's something I did notice, and I'm real not up to speed on the latest Star Trek or Star Wars and all that stuff, so... They talk about some crazy stuff and about sci-fi and science fiction, all that type of entertainment. That's from 5 to 6 today here on RadioFreeRadford.com. And tomorrow, Tristan Blake Rhines and I will be off because we'll be, one, I'm leaving tomorrow for spring break. Two, he's in New York with the conference that he's in. So on the show tomorrow, we'll have, hold on, I've got the schedule up. Eureka Venaire from 1:30 to 2. Let's see here. Well, I'm sorry. We've got Amen Maki from 12 to 12:30, and then excuse me if I butchered your name if you're listening this morning. Sorry about that. And then we'll have Eureka from 1:30 to 2, and then after that we will have Joe Gerhardt from 2 to 2:30, Keen Alderman from 3 to 3:30. He occasionally has guests on. So let's see here. We'll go from Amen. And then we'll do Eureka, and then Walid Ahmed. He's new here for Radio Free Radford. His show talks about I think a little bit of everything out there. Check him out tomorrow from 2:30 to 3. Then Keaton from 3 to 4, and then Bailey Spear wraps the day from 5 to 6. Maybe I don't know if she'll be here tomorrow or not. But anyway, her show's tomorrow from 5 to 6. We'll keep you updated on RadioFreeRadford.com for all the latest information. Alrighty, weather news. A lot of people are talking about a snow tomorrow around the area. It's looking likely that it could potentially start out as early as 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. I know a lot of classes. People have, some of the professors have emailed you and probably informed you that some of them will be out of town already and leaving for that. Snow is likely between the hours of 8 and about 12 p.m. tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m., about 1 to 2 inches at the most. More than anything on the grassy surfaces, it will be below freezing in the morning. So this will start out as a snow event, and then about midday, if you're planning on traveling, like I said earlier, just kind of take it slow and easy. Be careful where you're going. This storm is projected to move northward, and then it'll change over to a mix about between the 2-3 o'clock hour at time frame, because looking at computer models right now showing that further south of Roanoke, you're going to be seeing plain rain. And boy, does this story sound familiar once more. Another wet weekend in a row. My goodness. We got to go back to, get this, sometime in July, we had a stretch of 7 days of no rain. Yeah, we got to go back almost about 8 months ago, almost or so. And so anyway, and then we'll see the rain transition over the entire area after 5 o'clock. Snow will move northward up to 64, and then kind of cut off. And Washington, D.C. may see a blimp of some snow, occasionally some rain mixed in with that, for sure. So safe travels to everybody tomorrow, or today, depending on when you're leaving. So you got to worry about the road conditions. Today's great. It's just chilly out there with the end of that, for sure. And let's see, newsworthy-wise going on, I've been looking on the President Trump, as you know, he has been in the news once again. Obviously the government shutdown, that kind of came to a close, thank goodness, because I don't know what would happen if that bill did not pass. So obviously, he's worried about he issued a declaration of emergency along the border, border security being an issue. That's something he's been trying to take a stand on and get corrected. And so that's something else. His former attorney, Michael Cohen, has been testifying in the jury room over the last, I think, week almost. And, of course, he made his debut on television last week. And so pretty much he was saying that he was lying for the president, and he was accused of all these lies during the Russia meddling. And so anyway, more political news that it seems we just can't get a break from, unfortunately. So it's the society we live in, it looks like. So anyway, just please be smart at what you're doing out there and take it one step at a time, no matter what you're doing. And also let's see what else has been going on in the news. The Radford Highlanders men team left this morning at about 6, or they left the other day. Our pep band and our cheerleaders left this morning about 6 a.m. It'll be in North Carolina today as the men's basketball team will be taking on in the Big South. And we're going to they're playing against Presbyterian down there. So best of luck. Go Highlanders all the way. So hope you all will claim a W once you come back. And if you do win this coming weekend, you will proceed to the NCAA tournament. Next week, the women's basketball team will be doing the same thing. And if they proceed and make another W, they'll also be in the NCAA tournament for basketball. So this is a busy season for basketball around the Highlander Nation. Virginia Tech, UVA, and a lot of other big universities in Virginia are also in the separate NCAA tournaments and divisions and all that type of stuff. So anyway, kind of like football, they have these different bowl games for the year, and so this time they've got the seeding number 2. So I think we're a C2, I believe, and so we're representing them very well. And so anyway, that's you already know my knowledge about sports. I'm not getting into that again. That was quite the embarrassment, no doubt about. So anyway, moving on now to your quote of the day, and good luck to all of our athletic teams: basketball, golf, baseball, softball, tennis, lacrosse. I think that's most of them going on right now. Quote of the day is coming by John Maiden, quoting that: "The road to the easy street, get this, goes to the sewer. Road to the easy street goes to the sewer." How about that? And then tomorrow is International Women's Day. We'll go and do today's quote by a famous woman we all know very, very well, Susan B. Anthony. Of course, she helped make the American flag, I think. So, yes, she did. And, of course, she's also appeared in some of those gold coins now. So she's becoming a very popular woman. Quoting that: "I think the girl who is able to earn her own living and pay her own way should be as happy as anybody on earth. The sense of independence and security is very sweet." So Susan B. Anthony, we appreciate all the inspiration that you did during the couple hundred years ago. Thank you for all your time you served. Today's word of the day is Mirandarize, and it's to recite the Miranda warnings to a person under arrest. So basically, you have the right to remain silent. That's where that comes from. The Mirandarize warning comes from those famous words those police pull you over with, saying, or something that you're involved with. You have the right to remain silent. There you go. Today's national holiday is National Proofreading Day. I'm sorry, that's tomorrow. National Cereal Day. We've been talking about food every day this week, if you've been keeping up with this. National Cereal Day. I love me a bowl of Corn Flakes, Raisin Bran, Special K, whatever it is. Pour some milk in it. Lactate almonds, soy milk, that all count. Equals a party in your mouth. Fiber, sugar, raisins, or even some Lucky Charms, which you'll be getting a box of on St. Patrick's Day. And the flavors and prizes in each box are limited and can add any humdrum morning. So let's snap, crackle, pop through the reason of why we celebrate today and put that on your planner. This day began in 1877 by John Harvey creating Kellogg's by accident. Yeah, how about that? Kellogg's were created by accident. And Will Kith Kellogg, so the brothers, were experimenting with this boiled wheat. As the brothers, they left a batch out overnight and returned to a final state. They tried the same process with corn and created what we know as the Corn Flakes from Kellogg's. So it was not a mistake, it was by accident. So it was a mistake, yeah. There you go. So, and then Sweetened cereal was born, such as all those Rice Krispies and Lucky Charms. And then Mr. T makes his debut. Mr. T cereal was the first licensed ready-to-eat cereal manufactured and marketed by the Quaker Oats Company. And I pity the fool who never had it. There you go. That's Mr. T for you, by his movies and some of his things for sure. And, of course, tomorrow's International Women's Day. It is International Women's Month, so we inspire a lot of our young women out there listening this morning to this program or this afternoon or whatever you're listening to it, as it is published later on YouTube. It's a global celebration of the historical, cultural, and political achievement of women. This day is also an action in supporting of taking action against gender equality around the world. We all know the world couldn't run without women. Just listen to Beyonce, as they say. This is the day to appreciate their efforts. Organizations, large and small, come together to show the women just how valuable they are in today's society. The Women's March is held every year in Washington. That's a big turnout for a lot of women, putting rights out there, letting know that, hey, listen to me, I'm here. This is what we do. This is why we're here. There's this poll that's ranked out by the description that says, what describes your views on feminism? That's a big topic for sure. And this is statistics. This is not me making this up. This is real statistics that has been in play, that these words, they consider the top 5 popular words to describe feminism. Empowering came in at 28%. Positivity came in at 16%. Unnecessary, 15%. Progressive, 13%. Meaningful, 8%. And so 41% consider themselves a moderate feminist. This is statistics studies show that for women. And there is a roughly 6% chance that they say I am anti-feminist. So that's kind of, and of course, there's been a lot of discussion about that. So feminism for millennials and non-millennials, which is the age of 18 to 36, and 36 and over is the non-millennials. So the millennials say they consider themselves 52% feminist, and 48% say they're not. Non-millennials say they're 36% feminist, and 64% say they are not feminist. So that's a huge different gap between there. So a lot of things Americans still face to this day, unfortunately. The pay raise of unequal pay. Women get higher pay wages. The ability to career children and balance them. Can they maintain a family? Obviously, sexual violence is it's a concern because it's more so in today's society. As you know, last year, 2017 or in early 2018, the Me Too movement came out. As you know, it all kind of started with he was a governor in Kentucky. I can't forget his name. Or Texas, one of those states, and a lot of people were accusing him of a sexual assault that happened 20, 30, 40 years ago, and coming out saying they didn't do it. I mean, that they said they were a part of that, and he's quoting that never did happen. And of course, Charlie Rose came out after that, and then after that, it was just a madhouse of people being accused, and now here we are today. The R. Kelly case, as you know, is a big popularity right now this week. Women accusing him of sexually abusing them, saying this week in an interview, that is not true. Look that interview up. CBS this morning has done a well job covering that. That has just been an incredible topic. Anyway, not talking about R. Kelly. We're talking about the biggest issues women face here in America. Still, American sexual violence and abuse is still the number one unfortunately thing. Harassment is out there more often than 58% say that has been accuratized. 20% say they agree with the same amount. And the best way to stop sexual harassment is a stricter legal system. 43% agree. Prosecuting more criminals is also 43%. So it's tied for that. A better education was 42%. Eliminating rape, cultural, and media, 35%. And the top 5 came in at workplace equality. Women, you have a right this month. This is your time to speak out. Get what you're trying to stand for. Represent what those mean to you. And a lot of women, Sally Ride, first woman to go to space. Who would ever thought sending a lot of people were saying, really? We're going to send you to space? And she proved them wrong, did it. Congratulations to you. And now she's back here and on Earth. And the movie Hidden Figures, it's about three or four African American women, take place in the 1960s, discovering science. Women, this is the movie for you. You need to, it's anybody, anybody I would like for anybody to see it, but it's more directed towards how women empower and showing that they can do more than just what they do at home. It's we thank our women for everything they do. Thank you, and let you know that you are not forgotten out there. So anyway, and appreciate everything you do. Our moms, grandmothers, aunts, nieces, whatever there is, sisters out there. So thank you for that as well. Alrighty, that's enough of my soapbox on that. I just want to kind of emphasize that because it's an important matter, and a lot of people don't really understand why it's such a huge significance here to America. Alrighty, glad I was able to take care of that this morning. So for it to be. So anyway, moving on now to a couple other spring break activities. Please, a lot of folks are heading to the beach and stuff. Just be responsible, be safe. Obviously, that's the number one priority. We want to see you back here in full condition. We don't want to see anybody. We don't want to see anybody in broken bones and crutches. Please don't do that. We want to see everybody come back the way they left, in a good way, and with all your limbs and everything attached to you, for sure. So anyway, you have that to worry about. And a lot of other good things for sure happening. Have a wonderful spring break, folks. I'll be back with you on Monday the 18th for bright and early at 10 a.m. Well, obviously, we'll have a little more relaxation. Exams will be over. A lot of things can just breathe for a little bit. So anyway, alrighty, folks. Have a wonderful spring break. Stay safe and enjoy your time while you have here at the university as well with your family.